it was Shady Spring coach Ronnie Olson. Ronnie, I would imagine you guys got pretty much what you wanted. You got a big week coming up. If the weather cooperates, a huge week. Next week, game-wise, did you kind of want to do exactly what you did tonight, kind of get it out a little bit and maybe coach a little home with some guys off the bench?
Yeah, it didn't start the way we wanted to, but the end product was the way we wanted it. I thought that we had Gavin step up tonight. We played some younger guys, Kai. Those guys stepped up. Sam wasn't able to play the first half, so yeah, we were able to do what we wanted. I thought they played pretty hard. We just didn't play with a purpose to the beginning of the game, but the end result I was happy with.
Well, I know, and I talked to Colton Thompson, their coach. He said he thought that you had some guys come off the bench, and you're talking about Gavin and Kai there. They really came in the second quarter when you were able to really extend that lead out, and they really did do. I imagine they both showed you something tonight.
Yeah, they did. Gavin, he's like a magnet with the ball. If he was, I said this before, if he's 6'7", 6'8", he'd be a Division I basketball player, because he's just, you're not going to outwork Gavin. I mean, he is just all over the place. He makes up for in size as he does. He's like Rudy, he just is all over the place. And if he wasn't getting rebounds, he was getting tips to get him to somebody else. So that was big for us. Kai came in, and we knew they were going to play zone. He was able to go, hit a big three in the corner, and he was able to get his hands on a couple balls as well. So, I have trust in those guys. So it was good to see.
You talked about your identity. All your baskets in the first quarter were at the rim. A lot of them were actual layups. I mean, legitimate layups, not just 2-footers. The second quarter, your first 5 baskets, I think, were all threes. So that gives a team a lot to think about when you're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, especially for them to be playing zone, is to get that many layups on a half-court offense was pretty good. I think our offense looked pretty good. I thought we were sloppy at times, but we really got in the paint and attacked. And then, like you said, we can do it inside, we can do it outside, and they were able to hit a lot of threes there. And they started collapsing the zone, and we were able to move the ball well. Obviously, our team is a well-passing team. They're so unselfish, sometimes to a fault, especially Braden. Braden is one of those guys where he's passing up good shots to get about the same shot in a corner, and we want him to be a little more aggressive.
It seems like he has a pass that you just sit there and think, wow, every game. And I thought tonight he was out on the wing coming down the court and fired a pass across the paint to a player, I think, for a 3. He got the assist off of it too, I believe, which is really nice. His passing ability is, I would say at times, elite.
Yeah, that's one of the things that people don't realize how good of a passer he is. I mean, and that's something he's really worked on. I mean, he's a big-time college passer. I mean, you see his numbers, and I'll say it again. I mean, college coaches all they have to do is turn on the film and watch Braden play. I mean, he's big-time. He may have scored 12 points, but if Braden really wanted to, he can go out there and get 30. He passed up some open shots, but he's definitely getting everybody else involved, and I think that is going to translate into the next level for him to be a big-time college basketball player. But his passing is great. I just think he needs to be a little more aggressive, taking some of those shots he used to the last 2 years from the three-point line.
How big is this week coming up? And you go to Parkersburg. That's always it's a trip to a 4A school, obviously, and a school with a little bit of tradition there. Parkersburg and Parkersburg South, both with some tradition. But then next week you got Logan. I know that's probably one of your players circled on the calendar schedule if you haven't yourself, especially after the first meeting. Then you got Greater Beckley, who's playing a 4A team in George Washington. They're playing everyone. We've got a lot of good players. How big is this week coming up for you guys?
I mean, it's huge. Parkersburg is going to be a tough game for us. It's on a Saturday. Who knows how you're going to play at 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon. So hopefully we come to play. I think the guys are. They're not going to overlook that game because they know that's a 4A school. They're tradition. Then the snow is supposed to come Monday. We're supposed to play at Lincoln. Lincoln's usually a good tradition, a good school. And then obviously the big game that everybody wants to see is Logan coming here on Tuesday. It's all the kids have talked about. It's a big game for us. It's one of the first games we've lost in a long time. And then we have our county, team that's, getting as much pub and trying to get to We Are as well coming here Thursday. So it's a huge week for us. It's an exciting week. It's for our program, for our school, our community. But we don't want to overlook the next couple games before we get to those two. But definitely, I think everybody's got those games circled Tuesday and Thursday next week for sure.
I know they're on my schedule.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, it's no secret, you lost Brady Green,
Yeah.
who came back
Yep.
before the season started. You lost
Yep.
Jackson during
Yep.
the last Logan game was back. So you don't have the kind of depth you probably thought you have. How important does that make somebody like Gavin, with Sam not playing in the first half tonight, stepping up the way he did? And has he surprised you and given you something you might not have seen had you had for the roster?
Yeah, I know what Gavin could do, and we're going to need that depth in the bench, and he's starting to earn my trust more and more. So good news we got from Brady today. Went to the doctor. They're kind of half releasing him, so that's good news. They're looking at maybe full releasing in February. So you never know, we might get him back there towards the end of the season. We'll see how he progresses. He's way ahead of schedule. So that's good news for us. It's good news for him, not just our basketball team, but him as too good of a kid to let something like that hold him down. So that's one thing we're looking forward to as well. So yeah, but the depth we got, Gavin, Sam had to earn my trust this year, and he's done it. And I think I can turn to Gavin as well.
So that's maybe you knew what Sam, I think, was the star at the beginning of last
Yeah.
year for you. So you knew what he could do.
Yeah.
But the Gavin, is it possible? And you say you know what he does in practice.
Yep.
That he might not have got the kind of time, the kind of run he's getting now, if you had a full roster.
Yeah, I mean that's
young man to step up.
Absolutely. I mean, next man down. Next man up has been next man down for us. But
you don't want that.
Yeah, no. But next man up. I mean, and that unfortunately, that's happened. But other people have stepped up, and that's kind of opened my eyes. So moving into next year, I think that's really going to help us because we'll be able to go 9-10 deep next year. So and I think that's great for our program, and it's good for him. So
I know you want to go to the rim. We talked about that, and you did in the first. The second, is that just threes that were starting to fall? That didn't fall maybe in the first quarter there in the second when you moved ahead?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were getting open looks, any way we want. But we want to attack the rim first, and that was the game plan, and we did. So, I don't know. I mean, I felt like we got whatever we wanted on offense. So, I was happy there.
2 points, you held them to 2 points there in the third quarter. You were able to, and I think a 20-0 run.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, that's great. You hold any team, I don't care what it is, high school, middle school, 2 points in a quarter is prolific. I told the guys, I said tomorrow, the first half, tomorrow's practice is not going to be very enjoyable. We got to step it up a little bit. I shouldn't have to do that. They should have that self-motivation. I didn't think we overlooked them, but I didn't think that we played with a purpose in the first half. And once we did, we started talking, communicating. That kind of woke us up a little
bit. So it was halftime when you gave them the message, practice is not going to be fun.
I said it in the end of through the second quarter there, and they kept asking throughout the game, is
it better now?
Better now. So
what will it be like then? From the coach's mind now, what will practice be like tomorrow? A little more enjoyable because of the third quarter?
A little more, but we're going to do a couple of things. I told him I got some special surprises for him tomorrow that we got to do, even though we play Saturday. But we got to take care of some things that I thought were already fixed. So maybe it was just an anomaly there in the second quarter, but I don't like it. And if you don't strive for perfection, you're not going to reach the pinnacle. So it's not just me.
It was a 2-point game.
Yeah, and they were disappointed in their play. I just felt like we were just running around to run around. So they stepped it up, and we took care of business.
All right. Hey, Ronnie, I appreciate it, and good luck this weekend. And next week will be a great week.
It's going to be a great one.
All right. Thank you, man.
Thanks.